Ciao guys, so welcome to another video of Rhino Grasshopper. So in this video we're going to see ways which you already seen in the cover, the final output. So we're just going to see how to make this base with some simple commands. And I will also explain you the concept behind the commands and the ways. Okay, so alright, this is the ways we are going to do. Oh shit, I just closed Grasshopper. I just want okay, a new tab. So we have the Grasshopper new tab, and let's create the script right now. So before going to the script, I'll just explain the concept behind this. So step one, we need to create the outer curves. So technically, when you see that, we need to create step one. We need to create the curves. Step two, move the curves to create like we just need to move the points technically. So we just need to move the points in a way that the curves created yeah, in the image shown, then we just pipe it. So these are the major two steps which we need to do. So for the step one, so if you see so you create one circle and we want sorry, we want like a n number of circles, and if you see carefully, it is not a perfect cylinder. So if this is a cylinder, the model which we are going to do is it is like a cylinder which is been scaled down in the top and bottom. So technically, we are going to use three components for the step one. One is circle, which is the basic. Then we are going to move this in Z direction upwards, and then we are going to scale it. So when we are giving move, we need to give n number of a list of n numbers, so it creates multiple curves with equal interval. So for that we need to generate the numbers. So this number will be we can use renumber like remap number or something, or we can make it proportionally in a way that this number which we are creating to scale it. We can use it for scale also, but let's see. There is a lot of ways to do the same thing in a different there's a lot of approaches which I think like it depends on the people. So let's close it first. First, the component which we are going to use, as I said before, it's circle. Okay, so the circle is being like I could see the circle in the Rhino. So now I'm just going to create move. So this component is been loaded, like you can see a circle, and the circle is being moved above. The good thing in Grasshopper is like you use this like in some point, like the input, that is the start of a geometry which is not changed or something. You get to access that geometry like before edit. You get the access. This is after edit, so you get both the geometries access for so it is so helpful. Like for example, you can change the base value so that the end value is changed, as well as you can use this base value for reference at in the in the middle of the script. So that's the one good thing in algorithmic designing. Okay, so you can extract data from any step of the script. So right now we are just moving. So by default it has been moving in a z direction to a number of 10. Now we are going to create a unit z. So this is a unit vector. So a unit vector is like the vector with the magnitude of 1. So technically If you multiply any number with 1, it's the number which you're multiplying. So for example, if I give 20, so as I said before, this is a unit vector, like so it has a value of 1. I'm just multiplying, so the factors into 20. So the circle is being moved in a distance of 20. So you might ask, bro, instead of adding here, why can't we add it here? Actually, the use of vector is it provides magnitude plus direction. So we need the direction in which it should be moved, in which in which side it should be moved. For example, if I draw a circle and if I'm moving a gumball, you see like we are manually assigning the direction. So we are just manually assigning the direction in which direction it should go. But in this case, it's algorithmic design. So when we use a vector, it already has a direction. So we are using a z vector with a magnitude of 1. So when we are multiplying, we get the direction plus the value of the vector has been changed to 20. Something like that. But I don't want 20 because as I said before, I need a number of like um, like like 10 to 20 curves. So I just need here 10 to 20 numbers. I need to generate 10 to 20 numbers. So generation, like you can use different components to generate a number. Right now I'm using range. So like range, I just create a domain. Domain is like it asks like what is like the maximum and the minimum number. So maximum 0 to maybe 80. Why not? So let's give 80. And it's asking how many numbers you want to create between this. So range creates like for example 0 to 80. So if I want 8 numbers, then this range will equally divide this amount into 8 different numbers. So that's a good thing in range. So right now maybe I just say like I want like maybe 40 something around. I create. You see the circle like we get like around 41 circle because in range it takes like um, for example like if you count 1 to 80 we have 80 numbers, but if you count 0 to 80 we have 81 numbers because it counts 0 the same way like I give 0 to 80, right? So it has 40, so technically so it has 40 number, so with index of 0 to 40. So wait, I'll show you. So we see like 0 to 40 the indices. So it has like 0 to 40. So that's why it has 40 numbers. Maybe like I'll just reduce it to 36 maybe. So right now we created range. So and now this circle. So I just want to use scale like scale, but instead of using scale we can play with the radius. For example, I can say like the first curve radius should be like smaller, then it increases like gradually, and in the middle the radius is like bigger, and again it's in smaller. So we can create like input the radius number with different values. So for this, I'm using the same range component. Um, I can use graph mapper in this case. So graph mapper is really like a most powerful tool. I really like it because most of the time I use graph mapper. Like because like it has a lot of options and flexibility to work on it. So now I'm using multiplication. So here we go, and I'm giving maybe a 50, like some random numbers. So you can see here the value. I'll just show you. Because when you use a graph mapper, the value becomes like 0 1. So I just multiply by 50. So like it creates a range from 0 to 1. It is like this process is called normalization. Like if you have like 0 to 80, This can shorten to 0 to 1. So for example, if you have 0 to 100, this now like 0 to 1. So if here the value is 10, then here the value is 0.1. So here it's like 10 because like it is like in a proper like diagonal shape. Maybe you can like play with it. You can see the values being changed right now. So like this maybe and like this I just maybe like mm, 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 mm. Like, so you can see the there is no change here because the range which I created is like I need to create another different range with a domain of 0 to 1, but I just want the same input value, like same number of value which created to move. So now we got it. So in this case we just turn this off. So actually like I'll just show you. So you can see like we created a number of circle, and then we just move the circle. So you can like I can actually say it in a way that like I could have said in first the like we can say like we create number of like different number of circle, then we create move, but I think that won't be like more understandable of the command. So I thought, so basically the major component is here is move. We can move this and we can again scale this, or we can multiply the circle radius, or we can scale the radius using scale. So we can do it before or after, but the major element is the move. So that's why I started with move. Then we can alter the script according to your needs. So we can also do this by another way, like using scale. So right now I just use Grasshopper. Okay, it's your choice. So now we got the curve. So now we just need to get one more command like divide point. Now let's move to the step 2. So we just going to extract the points from the curve. Then we are going to move the points, and we are going to connect, like we are going to create a curve with the point moved. So this is like a way. So in this way, like we are going to create the shape which we which we saw in the like image. So technically it's like a point to a curve. So when you work, like I usually work with points because like with points you don't have a lot of restrictions. You can work with points, and then you can convert it into a curve. Then the curve can be a surface. So basically the points is the basic of any geometry. You can create any geometry just by using points. So I just extracting the points. Now I'm going to move the points based on the needs which I'm going to tell you. So first I can divide it to number of like maybe 90. Why not? I just move this here. Okay. So we got the points. I just store this point in a param points. This is my habit of storing it. It's not necessary, but I'm just storing it for my like it's my habit. Like I just started like to use just params for every points and curves and vectors to avoid the mess of the script. So now we have point. So in this case, if you see like the pattern which we created is like ding ding ding, like it's like a cosine or a sine curve. Okay, it's something like that. So what we are going to do is we are going to split this point. We are going to move this point down, and we are going to split this, and we are going to move this up. The same, you split this down, split this up. Then if this is like one vector, okay, the same way if you see like the curve in the side elevation, the curve was like this. Like, so it is being moved inward as well as outward. So the second vector will be like moving the curve inward and outward. So we are going to select. So to create this part of curve, we need 3 points. The same way we need 3 points. So we are going to split the points in 3 by 3 so that one side will edit, like both the sides will move the points, then we will attach the points together. I think it might be confusing, but once I did, you might understand what I'm trying to say. So now I'm going to dispatch. So dispatch is like it's a set of it's going to dispatch like a tool list with the pattern which I provide. As I said before, I want 3 points on one side and 3 points on the other side. So one come like one enter one, then one is means true. So it's like it says like true. You can give us a boolean like a number like 1 and 0, 0, 0, or else you can give true, false, true, for like true to true, false or false. If you connect it, it won't work because you need to unselect the multi-line data. So now when we give the points, let's see. Okay, so he split it two groups of point, 1 and 2. Okay, so let's keep this point aside. Let's keep a relay for now to okay, I'm not going to use the relay. I'm just going to move this. Okay, so right now we just split it like a list of 2 points, like the first tree, then the second tree. So the true elements will go in the list A and the false element will go in the list B. So we take the list A. Now we are going to move this point upward just with like a unit Z. I just want it to be moved a little up. So when I hide this, you see the points is being moved upwards to create the pattern which we needed. So right now, so in this case, there are 3 points. Sorry, uh, 1, 2, 3. So if I move this point here, I can create a curve like this. So I need to select these 2 points separately and select this point separately. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say true, false, true. So this point will be saved in 1 point and this one will be saved in 1 point. So let's let's open, like let's type dispatch again, dispatch the points, maybe hide this for a while to avoid the confusion. And now we are going to use the graph, so like the panel to give the value 1 0 1. So we need to unselect the multi-line data to make it like work. So now we have list A, list B. So now we give point again, we give the point again. So let's turn it off and see. If you see here, this is the middle point and this is the aside 2 points. So in this case, we are going to move, like in this case, we are going to move this point obviously, but we are also going to move this because, as I said before, the in the section the curves are like this. It's like slanted. So we need to create like a 2 vectors. So for first point, we are going to move this. So we are going to move this. Okay, that's for sure. Now we can't move this in z direction. Like we have three directions of it, like x, y, z. So we have three unit vector, but this is not like a unit vector. So it should be created in a way like the point should be like going in a way of to the center maybe. So in this case, we can create our own vector with 2 points. So that is like 2 point vector, 2 point vector. So this is a 2 point vector. So when I use amplitude, so I connect this vector here and I can increase the amplitude of the vector. Like I can increase the value of the vector and then I can connect it here. So right now I'm not connecting. So as I said before, I just keep it down because like we need to work again. So as I said before, we have like number of points and we are going to connect it. So where the other point should be, it should be in the center of the like center of the cylinders. So we can like you might ask bro then like 0 comma 0 no, we need like if you see like this points have been extracted from the curves which we created. So technically it has like if we say like it has like 36, then it has like 36 curve and it has like 36 different branches. So right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create area. So you see it has like proper like points. In this case it has points. So but the problem is this point is in a single list. So this point will be matched with all the other points in this list, which I really don't need. I just want the first circle points. The points which is created from the first curve should match the point which is the center point which is created from the first circle. So the first circle curve point should match the first circle center. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to graft it. So in this case, if I graft it, you can see each point has been created in different like branches. I might okay. I just need to simplify this and maybe simplify this. Okay, I just simplify here maybe. So if you see like every point has been created with different branches, so it is easy to match the list. If you don't know what is list matching, maybe I'll just share you another tutorial which fully covers on like how do you match a list, because the basic concept of Grasshopper is like on vector, points, curves and mathematics and matchings of list. So these are the basics you need to cover, and then we have intermediate level or the advanced level. But it is just like multiple time using this basics in different way. That's it. So I just create this and I'll show you the vector display, vector display. Sorry, vector display. So just so this is the vector. Maybe this is the part you can see. If you see like the point is being from center, it is being over here. If you create this, so the arrow says like from center, the point is moving in this direction. So if you see each and every point has its own direction, and if you see like the first, so this row point is being moved in the direction of this point. So if this point is not matching with any other center points, so that's why I just crafted it. So now I'm just going to connect this. Okay, let's try this. So you see the point which you are moving. So I just want the value like maybe like 0.4, but I just want this value to be inside. Like I just want this value to be inside. Maybe you can do two things. You can minus like you can put a minus 6. So when you put a -6, the value the vector is being flipped or like reversed. You can use like flip, like reverse vector, but I just use minus here. So it's up to your choice. Okay. So for now, the top curve which we were like looking, it's done. Like the top point is done. Let's go to the second, like the middle point. So the bottom, like I mean the two other points movement is done. We just need to move the center one right now. The same thing I'm going to use move. As I said before, this point, this point is moved here, but technically all this three point is also moving. So this point has two move component, like two move step, and whereas this point will just use one move. So in this case, we are going first using the first move. Like in this case, I'm going to use amplitude and connect it to motion. Like in this amplitude, I'm going to create a unit Z, and you can say like 0.4. And you might ask, bro, instead of amplitude, I can directly connect unit Z, and I could join 0.4. Yeah, it's true. I just want to show like we can also connect it in this way. It's like I'm just trying to show in this video like what are the possibilities, use the same component in different ways. So that's what I'm trying to show. So I'm going to move this point again. As I said before, there's like two moves. So this 0.4, like this one, like we achieved the same move, and now we are going to move based on the direction, like amplitude, and we are going to control C, control V. So instead of this point, we are going to use this point, and we are going to connect the vector. And I want this move to be a little more bigger. I put like twice the amount, and we create like expression minus x. Oh, sorry, I was sneezing. So we created like a 2 points move. If you see, like this is what I was looking for. So now we can weave it. Actually, I used to do this after doing the same amount of things with this curve. I mean, sorry, with this point. But I'll just show you the weave components here. So I'm taking the stream, connecting to the stream, and you see like this one looks fine for you, but when you type the nerves, you see we are like, what is this? So in this case, connect the pattern. So you see we got what we need, and when you click the period, it's like through. So this is the point which we need, but right now I just delete this. So you might think like why we add this problem. So when you see this pattern, like it says 0 1, but technically the pattern which we use to split is like 1 0 0. So that's why we always need to give the pattern here. So the pattern is being created, so we need this. So the top point, so we use like dispatch. So technically dispatch dispatch into two list A, list B with the pattern. So and we can rejoin the list with B with the same pattern as reference. So when you're subtracting and when you're rejoining, you can do the action like move, scale, like then then what are the actions you can play with the position of the points. You can do anything, and then we weave the points. So this is how it works. Okay. So now let's go to the base point. I mean not the base point, the alternative point. Sometimes I use like really unnecessary words, or like the words which doesn't relate. Sorry for that. Like sometimes I blabber. So let's go into this point. The same way we are going to do this. So when you look at this, we have like one move, like for sure. So in this way, we are going to do the same, but we just need to how do I say? First, we need to like split the value. I'm going to use dispatch again, and we got 2 points, and we need to create the same pattern. I'm lazy to write again, so I just copy it. I put point vector to store the points which we dispatched. So we have two set of point. So in this set of point, I'm going to move it the same way, but here I'm going to use amplitude, and then I'm going to use vector 2 point. So I'm just creating a vector 2 point, then I'm multiplying with an amplitude. So the vector gives me the direction, and I can multiply the length based on that. So point A goes to yeah. So we have this, and we create a vector and we move it. So in this case, I put like 0.4, and in this case, I don't want the value to be negative. I just want the value to be like positive. I don't want the value to be negative. So that's why I'm not giving here the value. Here I gave the expression like -6. So the second point, the same concept, like move, then amplitude, then unit z. Then here I just want the value to be more, because like it should be created in a more way. So just the value, like I just want the value to be more. And now I'm just going to move it again with the vector to move it in inward the direction, not inward, like the outward direction. So we get, like, for example, like it goes, when it goes down it goes inward, when it goes up it goes outward. So now I use vector, the same process. So I'm going to give the geometry B, and I'm going to give the geometry here, and amplitude of 0.4. Maybe I just need to give like 0.6 maybe. I just want this point to be like more. Why not? Let's give it. If it doesn't work, just check it. So we have like 2 points. As I said before, we are going to leave this the same process. I can just copy and paste it, but sometimes you just mess it up. So here the major crucial point is, like, I don't use the minus here, but actually I need this to be like -6, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, so you see, like the diamond shape, like not the diamond exactly, but the nerve curve, like the point goes here. You see, like, so let's connect it and see like whether it works or not. I'm just connecting the stream. Sorry, it should go to the stream 1, it should go to the stream 2, back to the pattern. So if you look carefully, we have we have a dispatch and we have a weave. The same way we have a dispatch, same way we have a weave. But if you see, like, we already dispatched these points before, so we are going to weave these two weaves again, like a weave, like a two strings. So what I'm going to do is, like, I'm going to weave this here, like stream 1, and this one to stream 2, and this one to pattern as it is. Yeah. So when I hide this, you see, it looks good, but let's keep the knob curve. Okay. Yeah. Okay. But why? Okay. So we just give it to true, and we got the shape, and here I just to simplify it because I don't want like n number of branches to be created. So the curve has been created, and now we have the curve. So now what I'm going to do is I take the curve, and you see, like, in the old model there was like one, two, three curves were like this, and then, for example, if there is three curves like this, then in this place there was an alternative curve which goes like this. So another three curve. So now again we are going to dispatch like the same way. We are going to dispatch it by 0 0 0 1 1 1. We forgot it on the multi-line data. So we have like 2 points. Wait a sec. Sorry, it's a curve. So we have like a two curve, but why it is not working? Flatten it. So now when I select this, you see three curves has been selected. The same way when I select this, three curves has been selected. Okay, so first the top curve, I'm going to rotate it. So I just did this, but actually I forgot to do one thing. Like, as I said before, I just need three curves. So I need to create three curves. So the simple way is to I just need like the dispatch is fine. I just need to create a curve in between the script, like another two curves. What I can do is simply right now, like I just create move. I connect to geometry, then -6, and maybe set. I just want to be moved in one unit value. That's it. So instead of like do I can just like 1 and 2 and connect two numbers to this, but let's make it like funnier. Like I just create this, I copy this, and you see like there's 3 point. Now let's merge it. So we have like the point 1. So if you see, like there are like 3 points, you see, like 1 2 3, and then there is a movement 1 2 3, and then there is a movement 1 2 3, then there is a movement 1 2 3. So let's connect this point, and we got it. So now let's change this. Okay, so I just like make simplify, and we got like we don't need to flatten this. You see, like we have like three curve. Wait a sec. There's a periodic curve. Yeah, and why there's a move like point 1? Right, we have a curve. Mhm. More minus x. Okay, we have like three periodic curve. So now let's hide this, and we have this. Let's type the curve. We don't have anything. Okay, now let's flatten it. So we got the three alternative curves. I just created this because this curve is like starts from here like this, then it's like this. All the three curves are like this. Then this one, there's another three, then that three. So the three curves which we created by move, it doesn't. It is the same like in a linear way. The others are like it's the same like three curves are being moved. So we got like two curves in this. I'm going to rotate this curve maybe like this is the second one, right? Yeah. So let's rotate this. So let's hide this. Maybe like I already did this model, so I know the exact value at which point it looks proper. So if you see here, like exactly this one will come. It's not exact, but you can play with it like whatever value you want. So you can create like 35. So now again we are going to leave it. So like because we dispatch, right, we just need to connect it so that it will be like a proper when you are selecting, when you're listing this item, so the curve will be in a proper order. So that's why we got this, and let's try to pipe it. My system is not that great, so it takes some time. Sorry for that, by the way. Yeah. Okay. Maybe the radius is like 0.5. You know, actually, why I'm giving certain values like exactly because I already did this model. I just spent some time to like get the exact value. That's why. Because like if you change some shade like value a little bit, the shape will be like different, and you'll be like, bro, it is not looking like what we showed in the image. So that's why that's like I'm just focusing on like this. So we got the lantern's body. Now we need to do the top and bottom. So which is like not a big deal. Let's list item from here. Just yeah, I just move this here. You see this curve is being selected. So I'm going to extrude this. Extrude this curve in unit set, but obviously in the downward, not in the topward. So I'm going to use it like -6 -x and maybe like why not 8. 8 is too much. Okay, 8. Then I just give cap, which makes it a solid, like not solid exactly, which makes it a closed mirror. And then let's scale it down a little bit because I just want this to be like more bigger. Maybe like 1.02 or like 1.03. so that if you see it touches the tree, like touches the body of the lantern, and we have this. Maybe like I just move this little inward because it's super hardcore. Like I don't want like this much things are popping out. I'll just move this like a little outward. Like sorry, the inward. I just use the amplitude again. Ta-da. Like in this way, I just use the smooth, but in this I'm using amplitude. So it depends like on people to people. Like on whatever you want to use, you can use it. I just using this to give you a better understanding the difference and the place where I'm using it. Okay. Ah, the same way you can do it for the top. Let's create this. Then reverse the list. We got the top for the top. And I'm going to extrude it again. So the top is not like this solid. It is like a kind of like a thickness wall or something. Let's create a unit Z, and we create the direction, and then we create the same value which we created for this. Okay, and now let's create offset surface so that we create like a wall, and if you see the offset surface has been created, and we just scale it down. If it's up to you, like it's just a customized factors, and I just like scale it based on my condition, like how it looks. It's just up to you, whatever you want, you can scale it down. And if you see it's been scaled, now I'm just going to move this a little above. Okay, usually this is like a simple model, that's why I'm not seeing the data trees and stuff. When you are like seeing the data trees, I always do simplify in between so that I don't end up in like huge number of branches, like with the values of indices and branches. So that's fine. Okay, maybe not bad. Who knows? Unit set. Okay, something like this. So we got like I closed this. So we have like three things. So let's just connect it here. Let's turn this off. If you want, just merge it. It's up to you. If you want to do, you can do it. And then bake it, or you can bake it separately. It's up to you. Bake. As I said, it takes some time. No, it takes, yeah. So now let's hide everything and creating mesh. Just a second, my lap is not that great. As I said before, it takes some time. So I hope you guys understand some of the component which I used. Maybe like you could have seen some people use this component different way. Actually, nothing is wrong. Different people have different approaches. So this is my one type of approach. And you can also show me something creative like based on your approach. So this is the lantern which I showed in the image. Just put it in keyshot and V-Ray, you get the render. And if you want the, like I saw some people asking for render, maybe the next video I'll just add with the renders. So, like I just ask like every day one question, so you can, for this question, I will answer this question in the next, you can find the answer in the next video. So technically, I just, for example, I generate a list of series 50. Okay, like I just create a list of series of 50 numbers. So I have 15 numbers. Okay, so I just want this number to be divided in, like, now it is like in one single branch. Okay, I just want this branch should be like 5 branches. Each branch should have 10 numbers. So like try to sort this out. There's like different technique to do this, like the simple one or like the complex one. It's up to yourself. Like you can try to do this. On the next video, I'll give the answer for this question. Okay, like by this way you will understand the data trees very well. Like let's practice some questions every video. Okay, so thank you for watching the video. Have a good day. I hope you like this video, and please don't forget to subscribe and watch the videos continuously. Thank you. Have a good day. Bye bye. See you in the next brand new